Hi, and welcome back to the Mortgage Musketeer, where today we're going to be talking about whether or not you need to be pre-qualified or pre-approved before you start looking for a home. Yes, you do. Okay, well, that was an easy video. Alright, so what is the difference between being pre-qualified and being pre-approved? Being pre-qualified is the first step of becoming pre-approved, and really the difference is in pre-qualification, you're filling out an application and running that application through Fannie Mae's website or going through Freddie Mac's website in order to figure out if you actually qualify. So it's going to take everything that's in your application, run it against all the lending guidelines, and come back with an approval, or it could say something called refer eligible, meaning that you're not really approved. There's things that we can do there, but the big thing is just understanding, are you pre-qualified? To be pre-approved, you need to supply the documentation to back up everything that you said. For instance, if you said that you make $15 an hour, we're going to need to see the pay stubs for the last 30 days in order to see that. So it's really important to know the difference between pre-qualification and pre-approval, but pre-approval is the ultimate goal because you need a pre-approval letter for the real estate agent. And then going back to the initial question in the intro is, do you need to become pre-qualified, or better yet, pre-approved? And the answer is yes, because if you're not, you're literally wasting everybody's time, both your time and the realtor's time. And it's not fair to either one of you. So a lot of people don't understand how pre-qualification works, and it goes into debt to income ratio, which your credit scores are. There's a lot that goes into it, but most people think that they're better off than they actually are. So when I'm doing pre-qualifications and pre-approvals, I tend to see a trend. So the people that need to be worried think they can buy $1 million homes, and the people who can buy $1 million home are absolutely terrified and think they can only buy like a $100,000 home. So what people think about as far as being qualified just ranges a broad spectrum, and it goes across all monetary situations as well. I mean, I had a heart surgeon one time that forgot that they owned 20 square blocks. You think that's important? Yeah, it kind of helps to figure that out in your debt to income ratio. So it goes across the spectrum. Now, the other thing that I see time and time again is you get young couples that got a good job, maybe got a pay raise, things are going well, they go out, and what's the first thing they do? They buy a car. Now you got a $300-400 payment. Instead of living within the means, you get a brand new car that's $40,000, $50,000, and you got a huge car payment. And then you're like, yeah, life is good. And you're paying rent, so you think, I could, instead of paying rent, I should buy a home. Well, you just bought a car. That crushed your debt to income ratio. So if you're even thinking about buying a house, buy the house first, then buy the car, because then you have the debt to income ratio. I see it all the time. It's normally they buy a car and 3 months later they decide, yeah, everything's going well, let's buy a house. So I'm begging you, get pre-qualified first. Figure out what you can afford. Okay, because just because you can pay rent doesn't mean that you qualify to buy a house, even if the payments are the same, because of the lending guidelines. So just understand that you have to get pre-qualified and pre-approved before you go out looking for a home. And the agents, that's why the agents want you to do it. It's because you might be thinking, yeah, I want to buy a $200,000 home, but the reality is you may barely qualify for a $100,000 home. And then you have wasted realtors' time, their gas. There's all kinds of stuff that goes into that, and you're basically window shopping, and that time is money. In all fairness, you're kind of being selfish in a way, not getting pre-qualified because you don't know what your buying power is. You need to know specifically what you can qualify for to save yourself and your realtor a lot of time. And that's where the loan officers come in. So reach out to your loan officer, get pre-qualified, supply the documentation so that you can be pre-approved, and then you're going to be able to find the home that you actually qualify for, and it's going to make your home search easier, and it's going to make everybody involved in the transaction a lot happier. So hope this helps understand the difference between the two. And make sure that you talk to your loan officer. And you can give me a call. You can reach out to my website, SeanCNeely.com, or you can reach out to, and it has all my contact information on there, or reach out to your local lender. But I am here to help, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. If you liked what you see here, make sure that you subscribe. Make sure you ring the bell so that you know when more are coming. And remember, it's all for one and one for all.